goal for you guys today is to challenge you to do something up north. To get an eagle feather, it's not easy because it represents courage and honor and strength. Try to picture living in a small shack up north in the winter, and people live in this in the winter up north. They still live in these dangerous houses with the mold. There was a thing in the news that they're actually having this it's an emergency actually, how bad their houses were. I camp out the first couple days of March break and to raise money and awareness for the kids of the north. And it's also kind of to show awareness for how these people are being forgotten. You can go to www.northernstarfish.org to find out about our third campout, which will be happening this coming March. I started thinking about building playgrounds my first visit to Attawapiskat. So my dad had heard about the Pepsi Refresh project. At the end of the contest, we had won $25,000 to build a playground in Attawapiskat. Playgrounds don't cost $25,000. They can cost up to $100,000. And my promise to this community was my biggest motivation. The government has promised Attawapiskat a lot of things over and over and over again. And they broke their promise over and over and over again. My favorite part was the grand opening because it was so awesome just seeing the kids' excited faces, how happy they were to finally have something. And it's not just about the playground, it's about equality. I'm going to be building a playground in every single northern community that doesn't have one. I'd like to tell you the story of how we got our name, Northern Starfish. Now, the northern part is obviously because we're building playgrounds in the north. But you were probably confused about the starfish part. Well, I'm going to tell you a story called the Starfish story. And once upon a time, there was a man walking to work. And he takes the beach as his regular route to work. And as he was walking, he thought he saw in the distance what looked like a little dancing child. But as he got closer, no, it wasn't a little dancing child. It was a young boy picking up starfish and throwing them in the water. The man had asked, "Why are you doing this?" And the boy said, "Well, if I don't throw these starfish back in the water, they'll all die." The man said, "Well, look, there are miles upon miles of starfish. You can't possibly make a difference." So the boy picks up a starfish, throws it in the water and said, "I just made a difference to that one." We have been introduced to a contest called Canada's Next Top Young Philanthropist. My idea was basically to bring equality to these northern communities that are actually in Ontario and Canada, and now we have to do a presentation in front of judges, and the judges will choose Canada's Next Top Young Philanthropist. This is a plaque for Shannons Dream, and I will be talking about this later on in my presentation, and I can't wait to talk about it because I'm very inspired by it. I actually never had the privilege of meeting Shannon, but she was a huge inspiration to me. She was my hero. Shannon Kustashian did something and is changing our world. Now, a new sign has been added to the Attawapiskat community. Finally, a new school will be built and completed by February 2013. Shannons Dream will continue until all children have a school and a proper education. So I had an idea to build a playground in Attawapiskat. Then I put it into action. Now I bet that many of you have ideas, but you have to put them into action. Ideas can change the world. but only when you put them into action.